Alright guys, cleaned up the garage some. The motor was here. Now it's down over there. So now I've been taking a lot of side jobs, and recently I took in this Audi as a side job. Audis are a piece of work. They're not very easy. Some of the stuff requires special tools. I didn't record when I did suspension on I think it was an S4 or A4, something like that. And the axles, I didn't get a chance to record those videos on another Audi that I worked on. But on this one, I'm able to work on it. So for this guy, it's a Audi Allroad 2.7 Quattro, if I even said that right. The AC is an issue. Looks like a bad condenser. The owner did get a new AC compressor and condenser and fan, so I'm going to replace all that. The coolant lines are absolutely terrible. I took it to Firestone to see what Firestone thinks. They did like a $10 inspection on it. For $10 they inspected a good portion of the car. The brakes are absolutely terrible. You guys probably can't really see, but there's a deep groove, so hopefully we get that done. For this video, I don't know what it's going to consist of. It could just be tearing this all down to get to the parts that I need to get to. I'm not 100% sure where to really start on this, so we'll see. So I'm just going to go ahead and start ripping into this. Remember, some of the videos that are going to consist of this is going to be the AC stuff, the coolant lines, the radiator, all that good stuff, and the camshaft sensor. That is another one that we will replace on this. For starters, this car will more than likely be back for the brakes. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera and start ripping into this, and let's see how much fun this is. I'll probably start trying to remove this and the headlights. This side of the garage is a little bit tight, so I'm going to try to avoid to remove the bumper. Whoa, almost fell back. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and get started and set up this camera. But some Audi videos, and yeah, let's go ahead and get this going. Alright, so this Audi's bumper was completely trash. This is absolutely no good. I'm going to let the owner know. This is just trash. There's supposed to be screws here. So you guys can tell they're still here. They weren't even on. You access this from removing the wheel well liner. There's a couple screws. Remove those. Then use like a long 10 millimeter. I think, pretty sure that's what the nut is. Loosen these guys off. Then you can peel it off. The only things holding this bumper were these long. Let me see what size that was. I have it right here in my hand. It is 8 millimeter. Let me make sure. Yeah, 8 millimeter hex bit sockets, or that's what that is. 8 millimeter hex bit socket. That's what I used to loosen them up. But that was all that was holding this bumper on. If you guys saw the water that came out, it's the reservoir for windshield wiper. That's that. And I removed all the screws up here. And to get the last bolt for these guys, you got to go right down this hole. And I don't know if I'm going to reach it with what I have, but I'm going to give it a shot here in a minute. But you got to get all the way down in there. And it's going to be one of these guys, T27. Yeah, see, this one's not going to reach. Or was it this hole? I don't know. I got to look at it again. Yeah, it's right down this one. Or I got to see another way to get to it. Let's see. See, it's right in there. So I'll figure out a way right now. But, yeah. Bumper's no good. I didn't mention the owner's daughter, somebody wrecked it. So that is why the bumper is destroyed. But I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera. Get these headlights out so I can remove this piece. And then I'm right there to everything that I want. Radiator, condenser, and then start unbolting all of this here. But yeah, that bumper is trash. That is just terrible. Let's go ahead and get back to this. Okay, after messing with the headlight, I can't get in there. I don't have a long enough screwdriver with the T27 head, so I don't actually think I need to remove it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump down here and start unbolting this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. Alright, I got one of the fans off that sits right across. It's just 4 10mm bolts basically. Well, 2 technically. I made that 3. To squeeze this harness out, there's like a little claw that it might get stuck on, in which this one did. So I had to turn off the camera and play with it. But another part off this Audi. I think he's got a replacement fan. So this is loose, so what I want to do is loosen up all the lines that go to the condenser so that the condenser can come off with ease. So I'm going to go ahead and work on these lines over here. I'll move the camera on that side. To remove these lines, it's a 12.6 millimeter. I can't remember exactly what these ones are called, but problem is trying to get in here. Alright, this bottom one was a pain. It is slightly stripped out. But holy hell, that was rough. So I think I am going to get these two bolts replaced. And yeah, that sucked. And also, you guys can tell, I removed it from that bracket up there that connects it to the radiator. Guy is no good now. Sucks. But condenser's off. These brackets are the ones that came off. Screw these back on for now. Look at this. Put these little brackets back on. Oh, that's bent. Move this little sensor. Alright. Now let's move on. Let's see what else I can do. Just to give you guys a heads up, T45 is the correct socket that you'll need, or hex bit that you'll need. To get the one out that was stripped, I use a T40. Just gave me enough bite to get it off, which it might actually be okay when I go to put it back together. I don't know, we'll see. But that's that. Okay, had to clear up my space through the bumper over there. That thing is broken. It's not worth putting back on. I gotta let the owner know. But there it is. That is off now. I just had an issue over here, but you guys, I told you guys what to do. Remove the top one first, and you'll be able to get to the bottom hose much easier. Now I think I'm just gonna jack up the car, drain the radiator, drain the coolant, and then see how this thing looks behind this. But I want to look at those coolant lines because I know that those things are soft as heck from when I saw it at Firestone. But this has been a ghetto fix also, so that is an issue. Let's see if you guys can see it. That is not OEM at all, so that's a problem. Alright, we'll go ahead and jack it up and drain the coolant. Okay, I got the Audi jacked up, and let's look underneath. That was just under there. It's got some kind of leak over here going on. Pretty bad. I wonder if it's the turbo or I don't know. Let's see. I have no idea what it could be. But over here, whatever that hose right there, which I'll find out very soon. Let's see. Let me put this down. So that's the bottom radiator hose, right? Let's see if I can get it. This hose that I'm poking is extremely soft. Holy crap. It's very, very bad. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this area off so I could figure out how to get this bottom radiator hose off so that I could start draining it. But yeah, these hoses are soft. So let me grab my brake cleaner and clean this up and figure out how the heck to get that off. Okay, I've popped off the clips off both of the upper and lower radiator hose. I'm not sure how exactly these things come off. I don't know if they twist or what the deal is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and undo these guys here, the ghetto fix that it had, and let some coolant come out, and then I'll be able to mess around with this upper hose, try to figure out how to get this coolant out. Alright, it's dripping now. Let's see how bad this hose was. Whoa. I don't know if that's normal. I don't think that's normal. Okay. Let that drain out some. Yeah, that is a super fix for sure. Alright, so they pull out. That's how they go. Alright, that's that. That's the original one that broke. So, yep. I'm going to keep on scooting. Okay, so I did push this out. This is a little bushing that sits in there. So I'm going to set that off to the side. It looks like I can pull it up, but I just got to get this last hose over here. I think there's some kind of line also that goes to it. There's also this line, which could be coolant for the turbo. But I'm going to go fight the bottom line right now and try to pop that off. Okay, it was a bit of a pain, but there's two oil lines, one right here, one right down here at the bottom where you see my fingers moving. Two oil lines. You have to remove those, assuming those are for the turbo. They're not coolant lines like I was expecting. This one did not have a bolt holding it down, and let's take a look and see if it is a stripped one. Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just missing a bolt. Now all I got to do is just pop off that bottom freaking radiator hose. So I'm gonna get working onto that now. All right, I'm about to pull off the radiator. It's on pretty good. Alright, currently I'm trying to figure out how to clear this up. This is like one big piece. I think with the fans, you see these tabs. The fan, I think, can slide off these tabs to the right and be able to pull out, but just know on the back side of this is a screw. Also on this fan, I think I can just unscrew this and get these ones out, and this fan shroud comes off, or fan I should say. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing that. I did have to pull off this intercooler piping, hard plastic stock piping, just so I could finish unscrewing the screw right here, which I don't know if you could actually even see, probably not, but remember, it's on the back side of this guy right here. So I'm gonna keep working at that, and then I'll turn on the camera once and maybe I have these off. So on this fan, I've already twisted it off like I mentioned, so it's already off. Should be able to hopefully slide it out. It looks like upwards. There's the harness that goes over here. There's this guy. Follow this harness to its plug. So I'm gonna unplug that real quick. Okay, I got it unplugged. Now, let's see what the easiest way to get this guy out. Okay, there goes one fan. Holy crap, what a pain. What a pain. This, I can say, guys, has sucked. This sucks. Why did I take this job? Alright, now let's go ahead and knock this guy out. I'm pretty sure that's all we're going to need. Wow, this looks pretty bad in here. Alright, let's do this first. Alright, there it is, as expected. This has come off now. Alright. Well, this is quite the party in here. Alright guys, I'm calling this done for this, for the night at least. I don't know what I'm going to call this video, but I am still debating on taking more stuff off, just so I could kind of see better inside. For starters, the AC compressor, that's going to be changed. These two lines here are going to be changed. I don't know how, but this line is super soft and crusty, so that is definitely going bye-bye. This is the coolant hose that's going to be replaced. This thing just has a massive leak. I don't know if it's underneath this cover, but to be quite honest, I don't think I want to find out. So yeah, this thing is pretty brutal. I don't know, I'm gonna need a lot of brake cleaner to get this all cleaned up, but for sure those two hoses are in the plans to get cleaned up. And on this side, it's just gonna be the AC compressor. Everything else, besides being really oily, should be good. So, like I said, I don't know at this point what this video is going to be called, but there goes the teardown of the front end pretty much. If you guys have any tips that could have helped me, please let me know. At this point, I'd hate to take on another Audi, but at the same time, no one else will work on them. So there is some potential here. But you guys let me know how to take this whole piece off. I'm assuming this guy here, plus all these little bolts, plus this bolt, and then the same on the other side, those bolts, bolt, and then that's still that headlight. I can't even get to that headlight. But I don't know, guys. Like, subscribe, share the video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what I could have done better. But Audi 2.7 Allroad Quattro is getting some fixes up on it. Thanks, guys.